I don't feel like I should have been introduced that way, but I did my part, I think. So thank you today. Thank you, Monroe County Democrats. Today we're going to all of our home bases, so to speak, on the final tour. So it's a bittersweet ending to the campaign. I'm not going to say I'm going to miss the staying in a hotel 5 days a week, but I'm certainly going to miss the ticket. If we've been traveling around the state for the past 6 months, every city and town, these ladies are incredible. They're going to be excellent in their positions. I want to say particularly to you all here in Bloomington, Jessica's lovely. She did a great job representing your county. And this is the first time she's cried during a speech in like months, by the way. It makes sense coming home, but she's awesome. Zanae and her are going to be an awesome finance team. And let's think about strategically, when we pass money throughout state government, you have to go to the State Board of Finance, and you're looking at 2/3 of the State Board of Finance right here. Which means Governor Hogan and the Director of Budget is going to have to negotiate with Zanae and Jessica to spend money. I imagine that's going to be good for Bloomington, that's going to be good for Monroe County. It's going to be good for Indiana, isn't it? So, and Destiny, the gentleman she's running against, I use the word gentleman loosely, is a danger to elections. He's a danger to Indiana. It's an example of gerrymandering. It's an example of extremism. I guess you can't gerrymander that seat, but it's extreme and it's dangerous. And if this person gets into that position, it's bad for everybody. And I was county chairman before, while I served as mayor, and I had a race one time. I'll never forget it. I've talked to Destiny about this. We had a person running that corrupted the entire ticket. It was one race, and it ruined the entire ticket. And I think that's what Diego is going to do for the Republican ticket. Is if you split your ticket in the Secretary of State race and vote for Destiny, you're going to split your ticket and vote in a lot of other races, because we do have the smarter candidates, the nicer candidates. I agree with Zanae, the better looking candidates, right? History is on our side. And I think that's the most important part, is we're on the right side of history, and I'm really proud to be standing with these women and pushing the policies we're pushing. I'm really proud to be here. We've done 75,000 miles over the last 14 years, raised $1.5 million, and what's that? 14 months. 14 months, what did I say? Years. It feels like 14 years ago. Seems like a long time, but...
Yesterday he called his wife his sister.
I call my wife my sister. It's weird, at the end of the campaign, it's just bubbling up there. But I want to say this, we've been talking about the blue wave and whether it's coming or not. I want to tell you, I talked to a national pollster, because I get nervous reading the papers, and I get nervous hearing the national narrative is, SB1, Roe versus Wade, it was important in the summer, it's not important anymore. I find that hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that a temporary problem, which is price of gas and inflation, and it's painful, but it's temporary, is going to trump the permanent loss of reproductive rights for women. I find that hard to believe. And I talked to this pollster about this very issue, and the pollster, this is a well-respected pollster nationally, said, Mayor, Indiana's different. Indiana's different because of this. SB1 actually happened in Indiana. Women in Illinois don't have their equivalent of SB1. Women in Michigan, in California, Roe versus Wade was overturned, but SB1 actually happened here. And that's what makes Indiana different. That's what's going to make tomorrow different, when we find out that tomorrow we're just like Kansas, we're just like Alaska, we're just like New York, places where Democrats weren't expected to win, where they're going to win because of the number of first-time voters, the number of women voters, and the number of men, like myself, that wasn't directly impacted by Roe versus Wade's overturning, but it impacts me because it impacts my daughter, it impacts my wife, and it makes me mad. Because I don't think that Hoosier women should be treated like second-class citizens. And when I win tomorrow, guys, I know why I won. It's because ladies got behind me and believed in me to be their surrogate, so that when I go to Washington, D.C., I'm going to fight like crazy to codify Roe versus Wade. And that's my promise to you. God bless you guys. I love you all down here. It's so nice to come to a Democratic part of the state when you're traveling in southern Indiana. Thank you, Bloomington.